All right, so they told us not to say this. The best story so far, without a doubt. I'm glad I get to discuss it. Hopefully, I do this justice. Um, Young Filipino high school girls, um, just stepping into their world. The setting here seems to be like somewhere, like a borough outside of San Francisco. Um, but it's obviously not a privileged community. I mean, and you see that right off the bat with the first line: the few white boys in our town can ball. The few white boys, and then they can ball. So obviously, which is what I love the most about this is like I love basketball. So like this was, I mean, for a girl to write this and then she put it just full of like I just felt like this was like a guide piece. Like the first half of this thing, like I mean, it was delivering the goods, and like I loved every second of like the basketball, the music, just the lifestyle, like um, Brent Zaleski, who doesn't want to be that guy, you know. But so the young girls, they all kind of they're in love with Brent at first, um, because he's a white guy, but he's in the same boat as them. He has to work for everything he has, and he like embraces, like he takes on like the challenge, the responsibility. Like he doesn't shy away from it. He doesn't roll over. He says, you know, it don't matter if I can see the score anyway. I'm finna play my hardest regardless. Like I love that. Like that's you know he's the he didn't flinch for the sound of gunshots. He's the point guard of the basketball team. So, at first they're all in love with him, but then he begins to like when he like takes a few on a date or something, a few of the girls on a date. And like it's different. Like he doesn't just, bang one of them and like leave. Like it's almost like he like enriches, like he wants to like give a part of himself to them. And so he shares the Filipino artist um with the girls, and through that artist all the girls kind of like could see somebody like themselves that grew up 10 minutes away. The young artist grew up 10 minutes away from where they were, and was like, wow, we can make it. We can make it out of here. Like, I mean, it made it like possible. It's like tangible now. Because the girl's situation is way worse than any guy's, because like not only do they have are they not they're invisible to people in the society, but they're also like detained by their parents. Like their parents are like making them keeping them away from boys till they're 30 because they're afraid they're going to get pregnant. And hopefully, she says, like, hopefully they find some white boy to take care of them financially. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's what they got to deal with. I mean, but like being able to like, I mean, like for me personally, like I've grown up around this, like not obviously not. I didn't necessarily grow up. I wasn't kicking it in 1996, like exactly this time, and but like I saw this world, like I was very familiar with this world growing up, but like I've never been able to like step into this and like truly see it before like this piece. That's what's just like to me this thing's so powerful in that way, like to just like to feel the fact that they just decide to join this basketball team because it reflects how they feel they have to carry themselves to make it out of this world. I mean, that's just crazy. So they go in. Well, and she does a great job of like showing like the people that they give respect to. Like everybody that they give respect, that earns their respect, has that same like that edge to them, that grit, that hardness to them. You know, and so they decide to join the basketball team. And of course, their parents are like, "No way! Like, what are you doing? Like, why would you do that? It's not very ladylike." They don't care. Like, I mean, this is like they feel that this is the they're kind of like embracing the thing that Brent shows them that it's not like what Brent has that they want. Like he shows them like it's not just a guy thing. It's not just a thing that like only I can achieve or only guys can achieve. Like y'all can do the same thing. And it says we played for him. I feel like that's more of just like we played for like the thing that he represented or the thing that he strove for. And it just shows how they pour their hearts out for this game. I love the basketball stuff in here. I mean, this is awesome. And so my favorite part though is like when they're playing the Napa team, the all white girls team, and they have no respect for them, and they don't even they're weird about playing, but they like these girls like say, could we blame them? We were brown like their nannies, brown like their big-eyed, dirty kids who are in the Save the Children commercials. Like, oh man, brown like the hotel housekeepers, brown like the Miss Universe runner-ups, like brown like their daddy's secretaries, brown like I need to apologize for offending you, brown like I need your charity. Like, what in the world? And so that was tough. Like when I got to that, like I don't know, like I've just never like I never like it's one of those things you've seen like forever, but I've never like felt that until I read that. But their answers back then, we helped ourselves. Like they took control of their own life. We dove out of bounds. We broke bones. We didn't care about the sweat, slick ponytails. We didn't care about the skinned knees or the bruises or scars. We didn't bother with bandages in the mornings before school. We got hard. All the marks on our faces and bodies said, so what? I'm still here. God, that's just so... I love this piece. I feel like I'm not even doing it justice. That's the thing. I love the use of the use of we. Like it like I never felt. I love how the author's like speaking for them. Like this is we. It's not just we're not alone in this. We're a team. So I've come up with some constraints, and so the first is like I want to do kind of like a nostalgia piece, and not that this is necessarily a nostalgia piece, but put the setting in the past. It doesn't have to be necessarily adolescent growing up. In the past can be 10 years ago, but put it in a not present time, and like have it like a story of reflecting on something that had previously happened. Also, build the setting through characters. Like she doesn't necessarily like she builds the setting through the characters. Like the first line, like around here, all the few white boys could ball. Like that to me, like that was the setting, like right there. Like I knew exactly where that was. So do that. Uh, and I feel like that when you build the setting through the characters, it like gives, damn it, it gives the setting, it becomes a character almost. Um, and then use a non-fictional celebrity or hero. And you don't have to use them necessarily as a hero, but just throw them in there. I love that she put like Roberto Clemente, Wayne Gretzky, the Filipino artist. I love that those are in there. Like any pop culture reference I like in those. But yeah, and I hope you enjoy this. If you don't, if if you haven't read it, or even if you have read it, go the Harper's Magazine where this was published has a podcast, and the author reads this. And listening to her read it was just a totally different experience. It was like reading it for the first time. It was like hearing it a totally different way. The way that she reads it is just, she captures the voice. She has the Filipino accent at times for like the characters. It's so good. Um, but yeah, those are the constraints. Hope you enjoyed it.